This video tutorial covers some open hip progressions for the prenatal athlete. Today I'll be covering 4 exercises that cover open hip stability, which will prime you for Warrior 2 and Skandasana, which is an open hip posture that allows you to really create stability within the hip girdle and also stay strong and dynamic throughout pregnancy. First exercise, Warrior 2 lunge. Please start with your feet hip distance apart. Take a reverse guard position, outside hand on the bottom, top hand facing out. Level 1 progression for a Warrior 2 lunge is to start with the feet heel to heel and perpendicular, and then press the mace up and overhead. So for the prenatal athlete, definitely recommend regressing the movement to just being static in one place versus dynamic, which is a bit more impact on the joints. If you were not pregnant or you had dynamic Warrior 2 lunge in your practice, it looks like this. So you want to perform about 5 repetitions on each side, 5 to 10 in your learning round, and we'll go into timed rounds after we've really cemented the movement structure in our body. So anchor, elbow to rib, press the mace up and overhead, neutral wrist, deepest bend in the front leg, pack the shoulders. And what we're training for is to see that the body is upright. Seeing that the wrists are neutral, we're able to bear load here, and really priming open hip load here. So I find external rotation with my front hip, keeping the back glute on, and just preparing the pelvic girdle to be able to bear all the load that's present when carrying a child. Brief chugging breath, inhale through nose, and exhale, chugging breath. Next progression, Warrior 2 drop swing with lateral lunge. Find your setup, your Warrior 2 setup, heel to heel alignment, back foot turned in slightly, mace and reverse guard. Again, these are all signature steel mace vinyasa movements. We cover all of these and more in our 100-hour steel mace vinyasa teacher training, which you can check out on the FlowShala website. So start by pressing mace up and overhead. Assuming you have drop swings in your practice, you can either do a partial drop swing or a full drop swing. Capture the mace choking up by the globe, pivot the back foot open and find a lateral lunge here. Return to reverse guard position and watch. My front leg for Warrior 2 turns back out into full external rotation. So hit the Warrior 2, landmark 1, Warrior 2, drop swing, catch in a prayer position, grab and choke up, pivot the back foot in, pivot the outside toes out, hit that lateral lunge. There's a lower trunk position here. And you're really priming the hips under load in both the Warrior 2 stance and the lateral lunge stance. Last one, drop swing, lateral, anchor, press, Warrior 2. To switch sides, begin in your open hip posture, so prepping for your Warrior 2. Take your reverse guard, press the mace up and overhead, hit your landmark 1, widen out the foot stance if you need to, drop swing, capture, adjust the feet slightly, lateral lunge. So we're moving between full open hip under load, Warrior 2 position, into 45-degree angles with the feet. So great for ankle mobility, building strength from within the hip girdle, which eventually gets us to our next progression, which has more layers of complexity. Chugging breath, inhale, and exhale. So a big reason why we train in steel mace vinyasa is to cultivate a state of flow. So being in that hyper-focused state where action and awareness merge. And as we build on complexity, we have more spatial awareness, better proprioception. It really just encourages us to get into that brainwave state of being in flow. All right, here we go. Third progression, Warrior 2 lunge, drop swing, lateral lunge, anchor. This bottom foot now faces forward, come into leg lift, press, either tap the toe on the ground or lift the leg, hit the lateral lunge again, and then return back to Warrior 2, horizontal overheads. So there's about 5 components here. We've got our drop swing, lateral, anchor, leg lift, lateral again, brings us back to reverse guard and Warrior 2. One more. Just repping between those two positions, lateral lunge and warrior two. Other side, anchor, find your reverse guard. Press the mace up and overhead, sinking into the front leg. Drop, swing, switch, moving in sway. Lateral lunge. See that the foot points straight ahead. Press up, shoulder pack here. Lift the leg and tighten everything up. And then stay low as you transition. Be mindful of the feet. Not very many exercises call upon this level of coordination in the feet and ankles, but you'll find when you ground deeply through the feet and you start to build and cultivate that connection with the feet and ankles, you're going to strengthen and find more balance, more stability, really building a strong foundation in the root energetic center. Last one. All right, so we've got our warrior two lunge. Point one, drop swing, capture, pivot those toes, 45 degrees, lateral lunge. Good. Lateral lunge with leg lift, back to lateral lunge, and then here we are where we started. Driving breath, inhale, and exhale. Fourth exercise, warrior two to Skandasana. Got variations for that as well. Most advanced variation, lift, open, land, hit the warrior two, Skandasana, warrior two, deepest front knee bend. You can either take an over grip or two-handed flag. You can stay shallow or go all the way down, depending on your flexibility. If you have a drop swing in your practice, feel free to incorporate that. You can check out some of the tutorials for drop swings. Increasing and heightening your focus. Point or flex the foot. And switch sides. I'm really just doing one dynamic step out. You can do repetitions if you'd like. But here we go. Dynamic warrior two. Horizontal overhead position. Drop swing to two-handed flag with Skandasana. Keep it high. Or a regression. Two-handed flag. Working on the depth. Building a little heat in the body. Noticing the asymmetries between the right and left sides. Last one. Driving out of that base leg. And then landing in warrior two. So empowering for you. Taking on that warrior state. Chugging breath, inhale. And exhale. Now before you go into your time grounds, remember, if you are a prenatal athlete, make sure that you keep your heart rate between 70 and 75, which is your highest heart rate, because every time your heart rate goes up, baby's heart rate goes up quite a bit more, because they already have a higher resting heart rate. So take a quick sip of water and let's get ready for our 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, timed intervals. All right, take your timer and make sure it's set to 90 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. There's 4 exercises. I recommend going 2 times through. I'm gonna demo 1 round so you can get some inspiration. Again, monitor your intensity, stay safe, and take care of baby. Feel free to do this workout too, even if you're not pregnant. Let us know how it goes. Warrior 2 lunges, first exercise. Place your mace in reverse guard position. Top hand facing away, feet are perpendicular. Press the mace up and overhead. Start with the most basic, the most simple exercise, priming that open hip pattern. Keep your back leg super active here, engaging the top glute. Make sure that your wrists are neutral, so nice flat wrist, rip and crush, really generating that torque option. Of course, for a drop swing, if you have it in your practice, we'll be incorporating those in just a bit in our next exercises. Stay focused, work on your depth here. Work on going in and out with a little speed. Quick on the way in, quick on the way out. Anchor, find your landmarks. Switch sides, pivot the back toes in, pivot the front toes out. Find your reverse guard position. See that the forearm is below your chin here. Press the mace up and overhead. Return to the starting position. Rip, crush, bend the mace, generate torque. Notice I'm not holding my mace here by the globe, which would have no leverage. Instead, I'm using the tool as it should be, with leverage so that eventually I can take it into a swing. Capturing it in prayer, returning back to reverse guard. 10 more seconds, stay with me. Tapping into second chakra, opening up the shoulders and the heart. Chugging breath, inhale and exhale. Chugging breath, just a simple inhale and a 4 count exhale, little bounce. Brings your heart rate back down so that you're training parasympathetic nervous system response, which is ideal for training recovery. Find your setup for exercise 2, warrior 2, with drop swing into lateral lunge. Take reverse guard, rip and crush. Press the mace up and overhead, find your warrior 2, drop swing. Back to lateral lunge, toes are pointed 45 degrees out. Pivot, front toes open, reverse guard. Press up, warrior 2. Drop swing, grip and crush. Globe comes right directly underneath the shoulder. It goes by quick. So in Steel Mace Vinyasa, we're cultivating a heightened somatic experience here. So tapping into the heart, the shoulder girdle, the wingspan, priming the lateral lines, working all the myofascial meridians associated with these movement planes, so that we can wake up any stagnant areas, any areas that are numb, and really cultivate a deeper connection with the mind to body. Switch sides. Reverse guard, press it up, feel your back body start to open, drop swing. Lateral lunge, anchor. Have a little fun with it, find your own expression through the movement. 45 degrees, and then perpendicular feet. Ankle mobility. Building on root energetic center. Feel the trajectory of the mace as it travels and orbits the body, gathering the energy like the sun. Embodying that warrior stance. Synchronizing movement with breath. Chugging breath, inhale and exhale. Notice how your body feels, that vibration after you swing the mace, of feeling that vitality, that sense of heat and warmth. Find your setup. Next progression, warrior 2, the drop swing to lateral lunge, building on that into our leg lift. Here we go, 8 seconds till we start. Check to see that the heels are in one line. Widen your stance, wider than you think, so you can hit your full warrior 2. Rip and crush, warrior 2. Drop swing, lateral lunge, 45 degrees. Anchor. Mace comes to the shoulder, drive straight up above the shoulder, either toe tap or leg lift. Hit your lateral lunge again, dynamic, anchor, and warrior 2. Drop swing, lateral, leg lift, lateral again. Reverse guard, press up, drop swing, lateral. Get lost in the flow, feel the mace orbiting your body, have fun with it, express yourself, find freedom through your movement. Drop swing, lateral, leg lift, lengthen, and lateral lunge. Here we go, switch sides. Start with your landmark 1, reverse guard position. Press the mace up and overhead, free the back body. Drop swing, anchor and root in second chakra, lateral lunge. Leg lift, drive up, squeeze the glute, point the toe, and back to your lateral lunge, find that sway. Anchor, warrior 2. Drop swing, lateral, leg lift, stack. The mace goes directly over the shoulder, toe is pointed, full fascial tension. Lateral, landmark. 1, 2, drop swing, 3, 4. It ends on 5. Return back to the starting position. Wherever you're at in your time round, recover. Inhale and exhale. If you need longer rounds, you can always do 2 minutes of work, 30 seconds of rest. Play with it until you get it right. If there's a lot of complexity and you want more reps, increase your interval next round. Warrior 2 to Skandasana. Continue to recover, use the whole time. Take your setup. Always anchoring here in reverse guard. Forearm below the chin. Glute on. Here we go. Press the mace up and overhead. Warrior 2. Skandasana, option for over grip to hit the Skandasana. Reverse guard, press up, or two-handed flag. Go to the depth that you can also get back out of it. For those bearing a lot of load in their second trimester, third trimester, staying high is a little more advantageous. It's great for just stretching the adductors. And we're working on torque here. So notice, I'm pressing my mace out with leverage. I am not bending at the elbow joint. Elbow lock, crown to coccyx alignment. Play with the depth here. See if you can come out with a nice neutral spine. And switch sides. Pivot back toes in. Front toes out, reverse guard. Press the mace up and overhead. Bend into the front leg, surge. Sway into the back leg. Ground down, feel the mace anchoring you as you enter Skandasana or attacker's pose. Play with your depth. Listen to your body, back off and regress when you need to. Option for drop swings. Play with the elasticity of the motion. So can you go down and out of it quick, moving with control, with precision in both directions. Chugging breath. Mace is down. Check in with heart rate. Perform your second round of timed intervals, or if you want to take a little breather in between, you can find a warrior two in Skandasana, unloaded, and just see the ease in which you're able to access those asana. Pointed or flexed foot. Remove any stagnant energy away from the heart. Switch sides. Deepest bend in the front leg. Notice the alignment. Notice how much more activation you have as you enter those asana. Always take time to reconnect with heart and with baby as you move through your prenatal athletic practice. I hope these inspire you to stay strong throughout your pregnancy and also to build a more dynamic yoga practice and strengthening practice. Namaste.